Good morning. Got a surprise pod test. Check out this cool bugger. I got this at Wal-Mart. They're a Frutescens called Chenzo. It was a little 3-plant bucket with a plastic cage that snapped on to the bucket itself, and I was intrigued. I saw them a few weeks ago, but I didn't have any extra money at the time. And they're still there, so I bought them yesterday. It was like, I think, $15 for the 3 plants, and there's several dozen pods between the 3 plants on there, and I'll harvest them as I go. You'll see the plants next week if you watch my update videos for the pepper garden. So yeah, Chenzo. It's a capsicum frutescens. My research revealed that it's cayenne level heat, approximately 30 to 50,000, give or take. So this isn't a fully ripe one. Apparently they turn like a nice smoky tinted red. So I'm going to leave quite a few of the pods on there and see how it goes with the ripening process, and then I'll probably come back at you in a couple weeks or whatever with the fully ripe one and see what the flavor difference is and what the heat difference might be. So here we are, Chenzo. Oh, cool. It's green on the inside, but it's got the shell of black. It doesn't even look like it's purple. It just looks black. That's probably the darkest pepper I've ever seen. No. Ooh. I may get the hiccups here. Hold on. Definitely got the Frutescens. Doesn't taste like a Tabasco per se, but it's got in the neighborhood of a different flavor than annuums. It has the beginnings of a fruity flavor. It wasn't really bitter. It was just kind of watery, faint, and I mean faint sweetness way back there, and maybe a faint tartness as well. Comparatively mild heat. It's got a good zing to it. The initial reaction when I first swallowed it was whoa, and I thought I might get the hiccups for a sec there, but a little bit stinging on the tongue. Good warmth all the way back the tongue. Right in my throat a little bit of a, I don't know, it's very very different the way it feels. In certain ways it's a little more intense, but not really. A lot of the annuums, I notice the burn tends to be more stingy, even the hotter ones. Chenzo, it's more all-encompassing and more pleasant and more tolerable, even though the Scoville ratings are higher than Frutescens. It tends to hit me low in the throat. Usually this one too, it's got that like right in here at the very bottom of my Adam's apple, below my Adam's apple here, right where that indent is between your two collarbones, or yeah, like right above where your collarbones meet, like right in that region. I always, with most Frutescens varieties I've had, I get that right in the center there. It's not like a pain, but it's just a little bit more intense of the burn. My whole tongue now, underside especially, He's starting to build a little bit. It's almost like it swirls up into, like when you watch a dusty road, all of a sudden a puff of wind will come up in just one little spot, like a mini tornado almost, kicking up dust and debris. That's kind of how it feels, the way it's built, and then it dissipates as it's spinning. Now it's built a little bit more. I don't really notice that sensation now, even just in a couple seconds. Bit of drool. It's kind of seesawing back and forth, like undulating almost now on the very top of my tongue. Underside of my tongue, I can still feel the bite, but it's because there's more surface area on the top of my tongue, I notice that more. Lingering flavor, yeah, those are pretty decent. They're not like traditional ornamental annuum type varieties where they're really bitter. A lot of the annuum varieties that are, yeah, when I film my update video next week, I'll show you the plant. Anybody who's never heard of those before, they're cool little plants. They're pretty prolific. There's not really any flower buds on them right now because there's so many pods and the plants aren't really all that bushy, but I'm going to overwinter them because I definitely like these ones. It'll be interesting to see how much the heat intensifies when they're fully ripe. Yeah, that was a pretty decent one. Not sweet, but didn't have a bitterness to it. And the flavor itself was fruity-ish. Like I could taste the essence of a fruit flavor, but there was no sugar or tartness really to go with it, so it was just kind of that empty shell of a fruit flavor that was to be. And so yeah, I would definitely recommend them. They're called Chenzo. Chenzo is the spellings for anybody who, well, I guess I'll have that on the video title, so I didn't even need to spell it out, but yeah, I'd recommend checking them out. Perhaps depending on how many seeds I get, I might be able to spread those around a little bit and get those in circulation, so to speak. So, well, thanks everybody for watching, and I'll come at you next week with my next pepper update video, and hopefully in the next couple weeks I'll have some more pod tests, and possibly shortly in the future some care packages for a select few individuals. See you later, guys.